Alright, I'm gonna do a review today. So, I got this Harbor Freight Earthquake XT 20 volt lithium 1/2 inch drive impact. So, the batteries aren't too shabby actually. They have a nice battery indicator. Right there. Batteries are full. It's a 2005 Ford Excursion that I'm working on. And I've taken a lot of stuff off this truck with this impact without having to recharge it. It's pretty easy on the lug nuts. It's got plenty of power in my opinion. I've taken off all of the ball joints with this. It's not too loud. This truck has a F350 Super Duty suspension system, including the axles. Got a 110 axle system. It's not too bad, this gun. I've taken off the track arms, all the ball joints. I've pressed the new ball joints on to the arm assemblies. I have installed dual steering dampeners on this truck with these. Now mind it, that after you do this, you're going to want to take a torque wrench. You're going to want to actually torque them to spec. I'm just doing this quickly for the video. I have brand new shocks. Come down here. Take the camera with me. Brand new dual dampeners. Don't mind the hose because the engine's about ready to be pulled. But I've done this track arm, this inner and outer tie rod, all new. Ball joints, as you can see, they're all blue. I've done the hub seals, the dust boot seals for the axle. I did the U-joints for the front axle. This is a mono beam axle. It's a Dana Super 60. kind of hard to see out here. So on my opinion for the impactor, it does come in a nice case. I did buy an extra battery. I also have the 3/8 drive, and I also have the battery operated ratchet, which is quite nice. It's not too bad. I disassembled my entire kitchen table with it a couple days ago because I was cleaning. And I'm gonna try to fix this. You're not like staring at my stomach or something. Let's have it on a cheap $30 tripod at the moment. But bring you in here and set you up in here. Legs on this tripod. So I have a kitchen table in here right now, so I'm just going to use the counter. So it does come in this nice, it's not too bad, it's a nice, decent blow molded case. It comes with the instruction manual right here, which, you know, I'm a mechanic, so I don't really need the manual. It's kind of self-explanatory. These batteries, I have been using these batteries for about a month and a half now on one single charge, and I still have on this battery, because this is the one that I keep using, still has a full charge. This battery I had just put in the case after just taking it off the charger because I just bought it. But it's not too bad, you know, the gun is quite heavy, but it's kind of expected even if you're using a snap-on. Some of the older snap-on, battery operated snap-ons are pretty bulky and heavy. It does have a light, which is, it's not like super bright, but if you're doing something in the dark, it does light up enough that you can see. It has a forward. This stick would be towards you if you're going forward, if you're right-handed. If you put it in the middle, locks the trigger so you can't use it, and if you push it all the way to the right, if you're right-handed, it would be reverse. It has plenty of torque. I'm not sure about the whole, you know, 1,700 foot-pound aspect because of the fact that I don't have any of the equipment to test anything like that. I have verified that when I was putting my track arm on, it required 300 foot-pounds, and I did verify that it did push out 300 foot-pounds and a little above for that, but I was also feathering the trigger. It does have a feather option on the trigger. You can feather it to get a specific amount of RPM that you're looking for. Another thing about this gun is the only other thing that I have highest I have gone on the torque would have been about almost 900 foot-pounds, which there's a part on my truck that requires almost 900 foot-pounds for the steering, which is the the lower ball joints on the actual wheel assembly, or the hub assembly is what it's called. The ball joints that attach the hub assembly to the actual knuckle, which would be the knuckle assembly for the steering. That requires, on my specific rig, it's like 860 something foot-pounds, and you got to do it in a consecutive order. You know, starts off at like 50 foot-pounds, then you got to rotate it left and right. Then you got to do 120, then you got to do like 400, then you got to hit 600, and then you got to hit like 876 if I remember right. And I just buttoned it to the 900 even. I did check this with my 1000 foot-pound torque wrench, and it did actually put 900 foot-pounds on it. So my opinion, 1700 foot-pounds isn't really far off. I don't particularly have any equipment that I could prove whether it will actually go that high, but it will typically put bus lugs, wheel lugs on. It'll do Super Duties, Dodges. Most vehicles don't go very high on torque for lug nuts. Usually the only ones that go pretty high, it would be something like I'm driving, 250, 350, 450 up, or Dodge, 15, 16, 17, 1800, or my bad, scratch that. The Dodge 1500, 2500, 3500, 4500, so on. I will link a couple descriptions for this in the list below. Rate, subscribe if you like this video. Let me know if there's any other videos you'd like me to do in the future, or I'll probably be doing a video on the 3/8 impact, battery operated impact, and I'll probably be doing soon a video on the ratchet itself. So hope you like this video, and you have a great day.